Design is over. We lost the battle with AI. But not in the way you think. Can AI make good design? No. AI makes really bad design and we still lost. So what happened? People lowered the expectations of what design is supposed to be, and it's painful to watch. There is hope. A tiny little path of hope, but only for the select few. And I'm gonna tell you what it is at the end, because first we need to get through the depressing part. This video is not negativity just to get clicks. We do have a serious problem and we need to act right now as the design industry, as the design community. If you watch the whole video, you're gonna see my point exactly. I recently asked on X for people to send me examples of their hero section landing page designs. In 2 separate posts that I posted, I got over 300 submissions and I went through them all. The results were scary. First of all, I asked for 1 image. And some people sent videos, others sent multiple images. Yeah, I know, reading is pretty tough. So I didn't review those who didn't follow the instructions because, well, obviously. But this also shows what I mean. We are losing to AI not because AI is better than us at design. We're losing to AI because we are becoming lazy. And there is one skill that helps you counter that and be above all that sea of mediocrity that AI-based designers are creating. More on that later. I analyzed over 300 of those images manually first and then uploaded them to webreview.ai, our tool that we're working on and releasing pretty soon. And that only confirmed what I noticed. Probably because it's trained on my books, but I just wanted to be sure that I didn't miss anything. I'll start by showing you a couple of red flags in the copy that will make any design instantly useless. Then we'll go through the hero section AI overuse with examples. And then what people think design is, including designers, and why they're mostly wrong. And then at the very end, we'll talk about the solution to all this and how to stand out and how to not be one of those designers. I believe there is a way to be better than 95% of that AI slop that's being posted on social media right now. The biggest problem is that most designers don't start with the copy. They're using nonsense words like empower, streamline, or seamlessly and think that that's making it better. No, it's making it worse. It's making it completely nonsensical. Let me show you a couple of examples annotated.
Quick disclaimer, there are no names and I'm not going to be pointing fingers at specific people because my point here is not to shame or judge anyone in particular. I'm just using those as an examples for you to learn to do better. And if you're feeling bad that I picked your design apart like this, feel free to unfollow. Sorry. The top menu actually makes sense. It has all the right stuff. But then, empowering your business, you don't really specify in any way how it's empowering your business. And then with scalable solutions, what are those solutions? All businesses have different problems, so there isn't a single solution for every business. And then we streamline operations, boost productivity, and drive growth. Like, this is the most generic stuff that I've ever heard. With innovative software tailored to your business needs, this can fit any product. It doesn't make this unique or interesting in any way. And once again, the header, the actual menu, makes sense. But then we have effortless APIs built to scale. What does this mean? Most normal people have no idea what an API even is and what are effortless APIs and how are they built to scale. And then seamlessly to millions. Millions of what? Dollars, users, whatever, doesn't matter. Dedicated cloud server to maximize your on-chain throughput and eliminate stuck transactions. Now this is a mouthful and for most people it absolutely means nothing. And then the call to action is entering your wallet address, but for most people they have no idea what chain is the wallet on, so they don't really know what to put in there. This just doesn't completely explain how this entire platform works and why people should care about it.
Next to that, there are also multiple hero images that don't match or complement the copy. There is just some random blobs or random images they don't do anything to reinforce the message.
Like here, we see crafting exceptional 3D experiences, and that is a pretty good headline, but then it's accompanied by blobs, and any 3D person just learning to use 3D can do blobs like that, so it's not exceptional. Starting from the top, it doesn't really say what are you registering for. Then we have a repeated brand name in the background and not the actual benefit you get. So it's like for most people, they don't care how your company is named. Then the windmill has a missing blade, which doesn't inspire confidence, and it's not the energy generating kind of windmill. So they may be making some flour for bread inside of that thing, but definitely not energy. Then we have the smart choice for a sustainable future, but it doesn't say what the choice is and what kind of sustainable future it is. And then our innovative bioenergy solutions help you reduce your carbon footprint easily. And then you can see the solutions. But the problem is that how do they reduce your carbon footprint, and why should you even care about this? Nothing about that is communicated on this website. It's just a very nice at first glance image with a very nice text effect in the background, so it looks visually pleasing, but it has no meaning as a website.
So let me repeat. You write the text first on a white background. Polish it. It has to make sense. It has to be clear. People coming to that website need to know what it's about. And that was a big problem for me on most of those examples. Only then add visuals that match that copy. In some of the examples, it's pretty clear that they started with the AI image and then added some words on top of it, but only words that kind of were lengthy enough for it to look okay at first glance on a thumbnail.
Here we have some random obligatory shapes in the background in outer space for no apparent reason, just to fill the space and look good. Now, building the future on the blockchain doesn't really say what kind of future, on what blockchain, and what it's all about. What does this even mean? But then we get the whole word salad: seamless integration, advanced security, and faster transactions, all on our blockchain solution. This means absolutely nothing, and I have no idea what this blockchain does and why should I care. And then the blockchain doesn't really have much to do with being in outer space. So for some reason we do have a view of Earth, I guess, unless it's some other planet from space, but it doesn't connect in any way because there is no mention of outer space stuff in any of the copy. So this is just supposed to be a replacement or a placeholder image.
When I criticized the copy, many of them said that, yeah, but they didn't really do the copy because they were doing the design. And I was like, what? That shows a lack of understanding of what design is. Design is not the blurry gradient in the background. It's not the font that you chose. It's not the AI-generated face, hand, or lightning beam. Design is how the product itself solves a problem of the user. And if they don't have any idea what it does, then it doesn't solve the problem. AI didn't really beat us at design. It just made generating seamlessly effortless slop a lot easier. At least in 2012 to 2015, back in the dribble good old days, you needed skills to make those nice looking useless images. Now you don't even need that, you just prompt for them. That made the designers lazy, complacent, and way less innovative. But what's even more scary is that it made them abandon logic. They don't even think or consider the fact what is the website for. And that's like the basic thing that you really need to think about. I mean, come on! The solution is easy. Avoid shortcuts and learn actual design. Otherwise, you won't be able to tell when AI comes back to you with total garbage and you will accept it as good enough. You can use AI as a helper, but not as a replacement for your brain. You shouldn't have AI write copy for you, but you can write the copy yourself and then feed it to an AI and ask it for variations or making it shorter. That is a good use of AI. And with people overusing it for everything, we are at a point when most of them have no idea what they even did wrong. That's because they just don't know. They just don't know what a good design is anymore. AI gives them some image and some seamlessly streamlined copy, and they just put it together and post it for everyone to see. This is a broken process, and this is a process that is making broken, useless designers. And I'm not judging people who are just starting on their way and have non-perfect UIs, some bad contrast to condensed typography, because you can learn all that. You can learn all that from my stuff or from anywhere else. But if you are pretending you're doing great work by combining AI-generated images with some sloppy copywriting, with the same font pairing and matching that everybody else does, then you deserve the criticism. Everybody else can learn from this, but only if they want to. The best way to learn design is through practice without AI. Is through practice without auto layout, because that way you know layout before you do auto layout. And guided practice with experts and mentors makes it happen faster. But of course you can also do it completely on your own without spending a dime. If you want that guidance, that feedback, and those mentors and experts, you can go to square one and register on the platform to do those daily challenges. People who do them actually get better and have the critical thinking that is necessary for a designer. But either way, we are at a point when there is a lot of designers out there who are posting a lot of things that are extremely low quality. And that low quality is pretending to be of higher value by using AI visuals and really stupid copy. It's just became all super low effort. Some are even bragging that they're making those hero sections in 5 to 6 minutes and they're super efficient designers. No, they're not designers, they're scammers. So I believe that if you actually put in the work and understand why a website exists, you can save yourself and you can be above 99% of the lazy people. Because yes, most people are lazy, but are you going to be? Let me know in the comments. And obviously, have a beautiful day. Yeah.